everybody. Welcome back to After Hours with Jeff and Julia.
Just do like a Fonzie thing there. Hey.
Hey.
You know the Fonzies, right?
I was going to say you should be lucky that I got that reference.
Okay. All right.
I've seen like nothing. And that's a little before my time.
Oh, yeah, but he's a cultural icon.
Yeah.
Happy
The
days.
Fonz.
The Fonz. Jumping the shark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a phrase there.
Absolutely. After Hours, we are on KSN Plus, which you can download on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. We are also live on Facebook right now, so comment, talk with us.
Yeah, we love to chat
And
with you.
YouTube, which you...
Yeah, we're on the YouTube, so not live, though.
No, not live on YouTube.
You can go back if you're a YouTuber person. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch these episodes on YouTube, and there's a lot of other stuff on YouTube as well from KSN that you can check out, stories and special reports and other programming things. Our YouTube channel at KSN is pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot of content on that channel.
A lot of different things to watch, stories from the day as well, beyond
Mm-hmm.
just this. Doug already chimed in and said, Costco, ready, go.
Okay.
We said yesterday we might come back and have a whole segment on Costco.
I feel like that might be a hobby of mine in the future.
Yeah.
To just peruse the Costco and look at the Bluetooth speakers that yeah. Anyway,
You had said we're talking hobbies, right? When you get older, you kind of maybe stop exploring hobbies that you do as a kid. As a kid, right? You can explore anything, and I think we're limited when we by ourselves.
that's a really good point. And why is that? I'm sure there's a psychological explanation.
Yes.
That some professional might say, "Oh, this is why it's common when you get older that you lose interest in certain things."
I have a theory. This is backed by nothing other than my brain.
Okay.
I don't think that it's that we lose interest. I think that it's that we have fear of trying something new, fear of failing, fear of not knowing.
I tend to think that as I get older, I contemplate time a little differently. I start to think about running out of time. And so I think that might stop some people, maybe myself, from experiencing something new or trying to learn something new. Because I don't have time. And even if and I'm not talking about like I don't have time in the day. I'm talking about
time in life.
Time in life.
Like an existential crisis.
Yeah, like if I want to learn this, but do I really have the time to learn it and enjoy it? That's a ridiculous excuse. But I think that might play a little bit of a part. It does for me.
Yeah.
I start to think about certain things that I'd like to do. And then you think, ooh, I don't know if I have time to.
What are things that you think of that you want to do?
I don't know. Like a lot of the stuff that I like, that I'm drawn to are physical things.
Okay.
Sports.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And so that's the other thing too.
Oh, your knees don't hold up the same way.
So it's not just your knees, man. It's like
back.
Bones, and I joke about my soft, mushy
Squishy
bones. But I used to play a lot of basketball. That was one of probably my most favorite hobby was basketball. After high school, after college, I just liked to play basketball.
Yeah.
And as I get older, I'm less. You play a certain way when you're a certain age, and then you're just used to playing that way, and then you get to a certain age that you're just not able to.
You don't perform at that same level.
Well, and if you tried, you might get hurt. I mean, I've seen some of my friends get some serious injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Walking around on the court. So I think that might have something to do with it. You mentioned fear, I think, too. That's part of it, too, just the fear of getting hurt.
Oh, fear of getting hurt. I think it's more of like the fear of like trying something new. People are
That too.
afraid. I worked with a producer in Washington. His name's Carson, and he tried new stuff all the time. He taught himself to play piano. He was a tennis player and picked up pickleball. I think he got into archery at some point, painting. Cool. And it was the first time that I thought, oh, wait, you can pick up anything. And I have this delusion where I think, oh, this is gonna be my thing. I have said that about crocheting.
Okay.
I have said that about skiing. I've said that about weightlifting. So I've done all of these things that I'm like, this is going to be my thing. And I have this vivid memory of being on, what is it? The ski ramp that takes you up? The lift, the chair lift.
Clearly, it's not. It didn't turn out to be your thing, did it?
Well, I told my sister, I said, this is going to be our sport. We're going to be skiers.
Okay.
And that was the last time I went skiing. But I had a blast, and it's hard to ski in Kansas.
Picked an expensive hobby.
I did.
I mean, like that would be great. I'd love to have skiing as my hobby and not just that one thing I do every other year because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
So that's expensive.
It is. So, but then I said, I'm going to be a knitter. I'm going to be a crocheter.
That stuff can get expensive too.
It
You look at the cost of yarn.
My parents have a horrible blanket that they have kept, I think because they're obligated to keep it. But I hand knitted them a blanket.
Well, that's good that they're keeping it.
It was trash. They should throw that out.
No, they should keep keep it in the family forever. Pass it on.
No, it was really bad.
Okay.
But I've done like hats and scarves, and I got into that. Golf is something that's my new hobby.
Again, an expensive hobby. One time, years ago, I thought I wanted to get into cars. Like I love cars. I would say, let me put it this way. Not just cars. I've sort of fallen in love with like the car industry. Like when I was in Chicago, one of my assignments every year was the Chicago Auto Show, which I got the bug there. Well, before that, I loved car. Like I was a car guy before. But I thought, that's a hobby. Cars.
Also expensive.
Oh, you can't. Like I'm not at that level. Like and then people be like, well, what do you got in your stable? And I'm like, I got a Hyundai and I got a Dodge in there, I think it's like a SUV. So I knew right away, not right away, you dream. You're like, like you said, I'm going to do it. We're going to start. So I'm out looking. I'm going to give me a C10, a little K5 Blazer. I will collect these. And then it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. There's no way. I mean, it's just, I have that kind of coin. I'd love skiing to be a hobby.
Yeah.
Can't do it. So my hobbies right now, my current hobby right now, I got two things: fishing.
Okay.
And I like weightlifting.
Yes.
So I'm and I've always been into that since high school. So I like the fitness stuff.
You do. Fitness is definitely a hobby of yours. Relatively cheap, speaking, right?
I mean, you can work out at home. You don't even need there are ways to get fit without equipment or a gym.
Also, I don't know if I previously said that, I thought also weightlifting was going to be my thing. And if you're looking at my noodle arms and you're like, wow, she's doing it wrong, you would be right. But those are, I don't know. You got to start somewhere, right?
So those are, and then when I think so. Yeah, you have to start somewhere. You still work out. You're kind of a runner. You're not kind of a runner. You're a runner.
I was a runner for years, but this is like where ebbs and flows. I was a runner for years, and you get burnt out on running. I was not like amazing. I ran in junior high, I ran in high school, and I got burnt out. So I took a couple years off. I started running again. I ran a half marathon.
That's huge.
And it was bad on my knees. And I thought I'm way too young for this, but I also think I ran for so long that then my knees just...
Well, I'll tell you, my wife was a big-time runner.
Yeah, she was a real runner.
But I remember her saying something, and if she's listening, I remember her saying something about, like, runners aren't really you're in your prime, like, later in life.
Yes.
Like, you can be, like, in your 40s, and that's when you're, like, I remember, I think you said that, if you're listening. Anyway, so you could still pick that up. Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
It could be a thing for you.
So when I ran that half marathon, there were age brackets, and I was 29, I think, when I ran the half marathon.
Okay.
And that's a really good age bracket for people because you are not yet, most 29-year-olds are not like in that early midlife crisis where they're like, marathon running is going to be my thing. So I was killing it in my age bracket. But when you go up and you go into the 30s, and I compared my time.
It's their thing.
It's their thing. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to stay in the 20 age bracket as long as I can.
So I did, basketball for a long time. And then, but now it's just fishing and weightlifting. And I really, if you put me on the spot and say, well, what would you like to try? I couldn't answer that question.
Oh.
Like right now. I'd have to think about it. I don't know.
So I'm going to give you an opportunity to think about it. We have a few different things.
Okay.
Stephanie, said
Yeah.
pickleball is easy on the knees and the mushy bones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your Stephanie. And we're gonna come back to Stephanie. So Karina.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I got something, but go ahead.
Karina said that's a one of a kind Julia Thatcher blanket. It was really bad. That's why it's a one of a kind. Doug said my wife is also a crocheter. Suzanne has 2 walls and 3 cabinets full of yarn. Maybe you ought to buy stock in Hobby Lobby. You should. That's expensive. Now, Ron had a question about pizza. We'll come back to that. But Stephanie said mid-30s was the peak for
running
runners.
prime. You're still like 10 years away from that then. So
Yeah.
I was going to say, she brought up pickleball. I would love to get into that more. I've played.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I don't play like the folks at the Y, or the clubs
yeah.
where they're 85 and they could slay you.
Oh, yeah.
They literally put you in a coma with how good they are. I would love to get better at that, but that
Getting
would take.
slayed by 85-year-olds on the pickleball court.
That doesn't sound too bad. But here's the problem with that. Again,
Okay.
is to get better at a hobby, you have to do
Have
it.
time.
And I said I was going to do it. I got invited to play 3 days a week at the South Y. So at the South YMCA.
In like a league?
No. I got some friends down there. That's where we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an old pal named Gary. And Gary is retired, a great guy. And a couple of weeks ago, it might have been a month ago, he said, hey, at 9 o'clock, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they play pickleball at the back building,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's like, you should do that. And I was like, well, I got a pickleball paddle. I'll do that. I
Yeah.
said, hey, I'll do it. I got to go get my pickleball gear and I'll start doing that. That was like 4 weeks ago and I haven't done it. And I feel bad.
I
was
didn't know
out of town for a
that.
week. Yeah. So I was
Gary,
gonna,
I would have shamed him into that if you were
I'm
watching.
fairly certain Gary's not watching this podcast.
Well, you can tell Gary. I would have.
No, I'm probably not going to tell Gary anything. But yeah. So, and he did warn me. He said, they're really good.
Yes.
And he said, they're all older than me. And I think
They're
Gary's
still
like,
really
I think
good.
Gary's 80. He looks 50,
Yeah.
but I think he's 80.
And he looks 30 on the pickleball court.
I bet he moves like he's 30 on the pickleball court.
Same thing. Got invited to go be a part of a pickleball league. They
Oh.
said we need more women on the team.
Oh, a league. They were like leaguing it.
Yes, they were
Okay.
leaguing it. And so I said, I appreciate it. I'm not really the person you want on your pickleball league. And he said, no, we need women. And I said, here's what we're going to do. Let's go out. Let's play a game of pickleball. If you still, I said, I don't have the skill for it. And he said, no, I bet you're better than you say you are.
What's going to happen here.
Yeah, I said, if we go out and we play and you still want me on your team, then I will do it. But if we play and you think maybe we ought to go in different directions, you just let me know. And so we went. And we were not even through the full first match. And he said, I think you're still learning. This probably isn't the league for you.
There you go.
Now, keep in mind, I had been playing pickleball for like a year. So I wasn't still learning.
How
I was
consistent,
just that
though?
bad.
How consistent? Because I will say, I find pickleball to be a fairly simple game to get really good at in a short period of time.
That's what they told me about
You have to play it.
snowboarding.
You have to. Oh, come on. That's
a
apples
lie.
and oranges. Nah, that's not going to
This
happen.
is they told me about rollerblading
Yeah.
and crocheting.
And juggling fire. Like, oh, it's easy. It's like one of those things. You just do it like 10 times. You're expert
You're
level.
fine.
Like, okay, light them up, Jerry. That's like snowboarding.
Yeah.
No. So, yeah, but pickleball, I think, is one of those sports that you could get good at. Not like juggling fire or cliff diving or whatever else. Rollerblading. I could never rollerblade. Forget that.
Oh, I can.
You're good at it. No, you own your own gear. You got to be decent if you're going to go out and buy your
You
own
don't have to be good to own your own gear.
Well, you
That's
don't.
a pretty low bar.
But you're
what am I?
you're a smart person, so I don't think that you would go waste money on gear if you weren't
No.
decent at it. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like,
Here's where I'm willing to admit this. Part of the reason I was on the lift thinking this is going to be my sport. Part of the reason why I said golf. Now, golf was I wanted to get outside. That was the primary reason I needed a sport outside. But the other reason was because I thought, man, these outfits are cute. I'm just going to be honest. So
Fashion.
if you're going to do it for the cute outfits, it's probably a bad idea. Like juggling fire.
I got to tell you, I snow ski. I wouldn't call it my hobby.
For the outfit, though?
I like the fashion. I like this. I like the ski. I look. First of all, I'm a thrift store skier. So
Yeah.
for years, as Stephanie would tell you, I was wearing like the hand-me-down ski bibs and the.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, the first 4 times I ever went snow skiing, I Scotch guarded my jeans. Y'all out. Listen, you take Scotch guard,
Okay.
which is like, you know what it is. You know what
Yeah,
Scotch guard
I know
is like.
yeah.
It makes things real stiff and water resistant.
Yeah.
You Scotch guard a pair of jeans,
Wow.
and boom, you've got snow pants.
I don't know. I don't know if you have snow pants then.
Yeah, well, no, you're wearing pants in the snow. There's snow pants.
With that
So
logic,
that's-
you can turn anything into snow pants.
To show you how, because snow skiing gear is
expensive.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And now I wasn't Scotch guarding my jeans last year. I mean, this would have been 91,
Yeah.
92-ish.
Yeah.
So, but I've since saved some money, and I was able to purchase some decent ski gear. But I do like the ski fashion,
Yeah.
and there's something about when you're skiing. There's something about being in that gear when you're not skiing that's still comfortable. I
Yes.
could wear it around all day.
Yes.
You know,
The snow pants that I have, and part of it was to save money. I didn't have any ski gear before I moved here, or like snow pants or anything like that. And I found a pair of winter pants in the
kids.
section at Target,
Yeah.
and so I wear an 8 to 10 in the children's section, and you better believe I'm shopping there every season.
So basically, yeah, you're not thrifty's not the you are. You're very
Cheap.
cheap.
I'm frugal for sure.
Did you see my rain suit the other night? Ooh. We're going to show it?
Yeah, we're gonna show it.
Okay, so this is how I roll when it's raining out. And this is how cheap I am. So, first of all, it was raining when we're leaving here. So we leave, we're trying to get out of the building after the show. Huge thunderstorm. I forgot what day it was. Oh, gosh. It's terrible. You want to show it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me
But
show you.
tell them why you put it on first.
Okay, so the show's over. The newscast is over. And it's just cutting loose, man.
Yeah, it was
And it just
pouring.
started. And we had already been in the building. We were for 10 hours. We're like, I don't want to stay 11 hours. I mean, I would. But we were like, we can do it.
But the problem is you just had that suit dry cleaned.
Just dry clean my suit. And that's expensive too,
Yeah.
by the way. And I'll tell you the reason I dry cleaned it. I had it because I got caught in this rainstorm
Yes.
like 3 weeks before leaving this building.
Yes.
I'm like, not today. So I went into our little storage shed and I got some trash bags.
Which I did not know until I came out
And
of the
I
studio
made-
and he had this on.
And I made that's me in a trash bag. Actually, it's two trash bag. It's a top and it's a bottom.
I see
So
that.
I cut the head hole, and the arm holes, and then I cut 2 leg holes in another bag. And pow, I was like, it was great. Except I didn't protect my sleeve, and so my sleeve got soaked. So
Oh,
I'm
you
working
said
on
that you may have to
dry clean it or do something.
Yes.
So that's what we do here at KSN when it's raining. We dress in trash sacks. Trash
No.
bags.
We do not do anything.
You were jelly a little bit.
You did as we were running out, and somebody asked about an umbrella.
I offered you an
He
umbrella.
turned behind and he gave me his umbrella, which was so kind. I didn't take it, but it was the thought that counts.
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to leave that in the comments.
Okay.
Ron said, since you like fishing, maybe you could take up making flies.
Okay, that's a great question. Was it from Ron?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So Ron, I got my first fly rod when I was like 8 years old, and I still have that fly rod. And I learned to fly fish at a young age, and then I thought I was going to get into tying flies. Okay.
Okay.
And when I started getting involved in learning how to tie flies, I realized that it is really hard. And so I didn't pursue it. But I still break out the old fly rod, man.
Well,
Every now and then.
Karina had a different idea for you, and she said that's your new hobby, DIY ponchos.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Doug said, heck yeah, for the support. Ron also said, when I was young, my mom put bread wrappers in my shoes for waterproofing.
And I've done that several times.
Yeah.
Where you put the sack over your shoes or inside the soles is a good way to do it too.
Are you crafty?
Yes.
Are you?
My mother was an artist.
Oh, yes.
A
I
very
forgot
talented
that.
artist. She was a painter and a crafter. She made clay stuff. She did everything. Learned a lot from that.
I completely forgot that she was an artist.
She was.
However, I also did not necessarily realize that you got that gene.
Oh,
that
yeah.
You're crafty.
Yes.
Wow. So like you could paint figurines or something.
Years and years and years ago, she passed away when I was very young.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of art. And I have a lot of her paintings, and I learned I was pretty good. Like I could, and I haven't, this is, I don't know if you guys that are watching, but you get older, and I feel like at least I felt like I've lost a little bit of that spark, because I think if you're artistic or creative, it's always inside you.
Yes.
But I think you have to, it's like a muscle. I think you have to work that muscle out, like your brain. And I still on this path, I'm just years and years of not, participating or working, or using art as a hobby or creating. When I got into television, this became my creative outlet. When I first got in, I would do video, we would do stories and videos and feature stories, and I was in sports, and so I shot everything. Yeah. So that was my outlet, was in the edit bay. How do you make things look great,
Your
look
brain
cool?
still works that way.
It does.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. This is like not connecting right now. It's kind of weird. I've kind of removed myself from that artistic arena, because what we do, I think, still takes like some creativity, but every day I'm not put in a position where I have time to use that muscle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our job is a creative medium when you think about it, or for us, for maybe people at home that doesn't connect, but for us, the visual aspect of it, the writing, the storytelling of it, it's very artsy when you break it down. Like there's definitely
I always thought if YouTube or if social media or video content consumption was around when I was 16 or 17, or I was born into this world with the same circumstances that I have now, I would just be, on a yacht.
Oh.
Just be just a mega creator.
I agree with
billions
that.
of followers.
I actually do agree with that. Your brain works that way.
But now, now I'm clinging on to the 400 people that follow me.
And now you're on I hear they called your boat the Yacht of Eureka.
No, they don't.
No,
they don't call it anything.
Called it that.
Did somebody call that?
No, but I am.
Okay, well, it's far from a yacht. They do say things to me when they see me on the water. It sounds like get out of here, go home,
move.
You sedge whacker. That's what they call the folks out there in the Greenwood counties, the out of towners.
Okay, so Doug is talking about not using that. So he says if I don't not using a skill, if I don't drive for a year, I can still drive when I get back at it. But if I don't sing for a month, I swear I lose notes in my range.
I would say that's probably true.
Yeah.
They say, it's funny because they say it's just like riding a bike. I think I got on a bike last year and immediately crashed.
Oh, that's another skill that I have.
Yeah. You're a bike rider.
Now I'm a bike rider. These are the things that I'm like, I'll do a new hobby every month, which is cool, and I recommend that. I love getting to try new things.
What do you think about the people that do the bike riding hobbies, but it's like, oh, I ride a bike. Oh, that's your hobby. Like, yeah, we ride from state to state.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I thought you just like in a park. And no, there's like some serious biking going on out there.
That's why I say my hobbies are very loose hobbies because there's nothing worse than you're like, your wife is a great example. I would never tell Stephanie, I'm also a runner. For people who don't know, your wife was like an ultra marathon runner, competed in 20 marathons.
I don't think it's that many.
Like something crazy like that?
She almost won the Wichita Marathon. She'd have to tell me the year.
Yeah.
But you used to telecast that.
Yeah.
And another station would broadcast the marathon here. It was a big thing. And there was one year, and I've seen the video where she's like in second place, like the whole way.
Yes.
And I don't want to bring up a bet. I think she wishes that she would have won that one. But no, she did all of, she's been everywhere, Vegas, Chicago. And one that she never ran, I think, is Boston. She'd always like to run that one.
And that's the point, though. I'm not going to tell Stephanie, I'm also a runner because I ran in high school.
Well,
I ran as an adult, whatever, not to that extent. So to your point about, the bike riding in the park of, I I say they're loose hobbies that I keep for like a month. But the cool thing that I will stand by is getting to try all these different things all the time. And I pride myself on that.
You are very outgoing, and I feel we only have a few minutes left, but I feel bad because you were trying to get me to we went on the KSN summer road trip, and I remember almost every night there was something that you wanted to see or do with the group of people.
Yeah.
And I was like, at the beginning of the day, I'd be like, yeah. We're gonna do it. And then I get back to the hotel and I'm like, man, I'm not going anywhere.
We'd be at dinner and I'd say, let's go and let's see this thing or do this thing. And I think the last night, like in Dodge, I really wanted to go dancing. I love two-stepping. And I said, let's all go two-stepping. And at the beginning of the day, you're right. Every day you said, I'm in. And by the time we got to dinner, you go, I'm going back to the hotel. Don't call me.
Thankfully, there were other teammates on our road trip that were just as outgoing as you, and they all went.
They got roped into the crazy plan.
Yeah. But you're always outgoing, and that's why I like your weekends are always full of like really cool things. Like last, we talked about it yesterday up in Kansas City, or competing against children on climbing things.
You gotta do what you gotta
but
do.
I mean, I really do admire that, and we've talked about this before. I wish I had that spark.
Yeah.
And I think I do. And maybe it's coming back out, but
And I think it's when you tap into it, you can tap into it at any time. And I think it's the uncomfortability of, that I'm a pusher. I'm gonna instigate you to do things. I'm gonna say you should absolutely do that.
If you
Stephanie's in on it.
If you look up peer pressure in the dictionary, it's just your photograph.
Exactly.
It's you.
I've got zero shame in that. Oh, and Stephanie said you're a runner. Oh,
She's not an elitist. She welcomes all runners.
Yes.
I mean, that's the cool thing about running. In fact, that's the thing about it's such an inclusive thing, and anybody can do it.
Which is what I love about runners. That's very much the mentality. And we're friends on social media. We're friends in real life. I love your wife. She is very much on social media like the hype woman. She is like who you want to be friends with to hype you up. Now, here's the kicker on this. She said only 12. Only 12 marathons.
Only 12 marathons. I will tell you,
no.
man. Dude, she ran this one. We don't have time, but it was outdoors, and it was might have been a 50-mile, like an ultra.
Yeah, no.
Up near Perry Lake, and I remember going to that one and watching it. I was like, oh man.
I get tired holding the poster up, saying, "Good job." My arms hurt.
Well, if you've ever been to a marathon and you want to cheer somebody on, you're almost running a marathon to get to the different points to cheer on your runner.
I know we're about to get off.
Yeah.
Real quick, have you ever been caught during like one of the half marathons, like sitting, waiting for your person to like run by?
Caught as how? Like did I miss them?
I will make sure like I'm not sitting when they come to run by because I don't like that looks bad.
I haven't been ever caught. And I'm pretty good at
timing it out.
Not
me.
Experience.
I've been caught before.
All right, we're out of time, and want to thank everybody for watching, and we will return tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you.